Oh, that's not going to be good enough lighting. Oh, that makes... Let's see. Oh, that's fine. Hey, peeps, what's going on? It's Josh. I went to do our weekly, virtual, Weight Watchers meeting. Currently, I am sitting in Burns, Wyoming. We're waiting on, the TA here to look at the batteries and see what's what, because we think the batteries are bad. We are currently idling, so it's probably a little loud. I guess temporarily I could shut it off. But I don't want the batteries to drain because I don't have a trailer. Um, so yeah. But I wanted to have the meeting. I know today is actually weigh-in day, but tomorrow we're probably gonna be at the TA. No, we're probably going to be at the Thermo King tomorrow, and so we're going to be in a motel. And I kind of just want to enjoy the day and not have to have anything on my, like, drop off the truck, let Thermo King do their thing, and just kind of chill out. So, I didn't want to have a meeting hanging over my head, because I don't know if I'm going to feel up to it or whatever. And I don't feel great right now, so if my energy's a little fucked, I apologize, but, I'm actually really happy with the way that this week went. Let me give you the numbers first, like, up front. So, this week I lost 9.1 pounds, and I actually wrote it, thanks, babe. I actually wrote it down because I wanted to get it right. But that brings me down to 275.3 pounds for my current weight. My goal weight is 140. But given that I'm on testosterone, what I'm hoping is that I'll be 140 and have lean muscle. By no means do I want to be like jacked, but like just lean muscle. I'll be very happy with that. So that gives me a total weight loss so far, and I think I've been at this about 3 weeks again now, and that brings me to 14.1 pounds lost so far this round. Like this, whatever. Actually, that was helping a little bit with the lighting, so we're gonna leave that there. So, what I want to specifically talk about taking care of yourself. That's kind of the theme that I had, and I wanted to make the video while I'm thinking about it. But taking care of yourself has to be a priority if you want to try and get healthier. And see, I'm not trying to lose weight for vanity. Although, there are some really good, reasons. I have the hiccups. Stop it. I don't know if y'all can see the bug. He just had a little piece of my sandwich. I guess I can leave that there so you can look at him if you want to. It's really hard. Okay, so for me, excuse me, phone. Please focus. There we go. Thank you. For me, my eating has always been something of a self-injurious behavior. And the reason I say that is because I will binge to the point where I'm actually sick. I will binge to the point where I'm gaining massive amounts of weight incredibly quickly. And I'm not eating because I'm hungry. I'm eating because I'm bored, or I'm upset, or I'm celebrating, or whatever. But self-injurious behavior through my eating, through my binging, became just a habit since, like, I was young. And I never really broke that. No matter what I've done, I've continued on with that. And so a part of you has to love yourself in order to actually go on a weight loss journey. But for me, it's not a vanity thing. It's not like, oh, I want to look good and I want to wear a size medium and this and that. No, I don't really care about that stuff as much. Of course, there is a huge part of me. I don't know why my nose is starting to run because I'm not emotional or crying. There is a part of me that is mortified by how big I've let myself get. There is a part of me that when I'm walking and I look over and I see my shadow and it's just massive, I'm just like, well, that fucking sucks, that's not good. But I mean, really, I want to live for longer. And that's been my focus, because when I got on that scale and it said almost 300 pounds, I was like, I'm gonna kill myself if I don't stop. And I know that there are a lot of people that live for years being like 4 or 5, even 600 pounds, and I get that. So I'm not trying to be overly dramatic, but my heart issues run in my family, so that's a thing that I have to be aware of and careful with. And obesity runs in my family, and addiction runs in my family. So I have to be very careful, because for me, food is absolutely an addiction. And it's like an alcoholic saying, I'm just going to have one beer. No, the fuck you're not. And you don't tell yourself that you can do that, because you can't. And I can't just have one whatever. So for me, really, I had to come to a point where I'm thinking of it as, I love myself, and it's hard to. It's easier. I don't know. How do I say this? For some people, they say that their eating isn't like an emotional thing, and it's not. Like, it's just, I just like things that taste good. And that may be true for some people, but for me, food has always been a deeper, darker thing than that. When I was younger, hiding food and sneaking eating and stuff like that, and it all is very emotional and psychological for me. So and again, I don't know how many of you can relate to this or whatever, but uh, it's just a thing that I'm coming to realize, and I'm trying to love myself and trying to say, you know what, you deserve a healthy body that doesn't hurt to do certain things. You deserve foods that will nurture you instead of foods that make you sick. You literally don't deserve to be sick. And I was getting to that point on a regular basis, just eating incredibly massive amounts of food. And so now my body, and I want to be clear, there's no way in hell I think I'm going to lose like this regularly. Because a 9-pound loss is huge for a week.
You didn't even believe it.
And I get that. But at the same time, my nose is itchy, sorry. But at the same time, it's an indication for me psychologically that, holy shit, how much were you eating, dude? Like, if you're just eating, and I feel like on Weight Watchers, and I know, like, I invite all of you to enjoy these meetings if they will help you. You don't have to be Weight Watchers. You could be low carb Weight Watchers. Whatever it is that you're doing. You could be vegan. My nose really itches. Sorry. Whatever it is, my thing is that, my belief is that you can. It really is better lighting if I keep that there, but it's hurting my head because I have a migraine. I really do believe that no matter what diet you choose, what lifestyle, what food selection you end up with, whatever works best for you will work if you fucking stay the course. Here's the deal: a lot of us will be like, well, I tried low carb for 2 weeks and that didn't work, and then I tried Weight Watchers for 2 weeks and that didn't work, and blah, 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 blah. It's taken me 3 weeks to actually have a significant loss. I mean, last week I lost like 5 pounds, but for somebody who's almost 300 pounds, 5 pounds doesn't really seem like a lot up here. I mean, on paper, I know that 5 pounds is big, and that's great, and it's an accomplishment. But up here, I'm like, it's not enough. I want to get this done. I want to be done, so I'm at the finish point. But here's the deal with a lifestyle change: you're never at a finish point. And I try to remind myself that. And so, along with choosing to embark on the journey, then you've got the theme of taking care of yourself, and you have to love yourself enough to take care of yourself. Because, for example, up until this point, I've been really good about getting up, making breakfast, nurturing my body so that I don't feel sick. Today, I feel sick because I failed to do that. I was so busy worrying about everything else and thinking about everything else that I literally, I'm still drinking my morning protein / iced coffee drink. I mix one, equate, high protein protein nutritional shake, which is 2 points, and an unsweetened like black cold brew in a cup of ice. And that's typically like breakfast along with whatever else I feel like. Maybe it'll be 2 pieces of toast with some cream cheese in between them, because I really like that. That's good to me. And it's not 6 points that a bagel takes. It's just 2 points for the bread. And then 1 point for the cream cheese. Because, no, was it two? I almost went to look on my phone, but it's right there. I don't remember. I think I typically track enough cream cheese that it would be 2 points. Because I'd rather err on the side of, like, assuming it's more than it is. But I get the great value fat-free cream cheese. It's in, like, the pink and white box. And I don't notice a difference. With the exception that after I toast the bread and make the sandwich with the cream cheese, excuse me, hiccups again. After that, I will actually microwave the entire sandwich for like 15 seconds. So it softens up that cream cheese and it tastes a little bit better. Because fat-free cream cheese is a little thick for me when it's just cold. I don't microwave it enough to where it's like melty and runny and stuff. I just like it softened up into the bread. And so I'll have that for breakfast, or I'll have a couple of cheese sticks, or I don't know what else. Like, I usually, like, it depends. Maybe I'll have a Quest bar, or I'll have some, I get the Equate Extra Ultra Thin Salty Sticks, which are pretzel sticks. I don't know why they call them salty sticks. That's just kind of awkward, but whatever. And I'll remember to feed myself first thing in the morning. And also have, you know, some of my... This has been my go-go juice, which, that sounds alcoholic. I don't... No, it's not. Why are you wet? You're not supposed to be wet. It's... I don't know why it's... Are you leaking? No, it's just water. Ew, I put that in my mouth. Gross. Anyway, so I did not feed myself this morning until like half of my day had gone by, and this is an old habit for me. It's kind of a binge mentality, where I'm saving my points for the end of the night, and that's not good, because even as it stands, I do my points, because I'm a truck driver, I don't have a regular schedule, so I do my points from midnight to midnight, and that's my points. That's what happens. And so basically, like, now I have like 12 points left to eat, and I've just had my what did I have? I had my drink. I had some pretzel sticks today. I had one of the things that I've really been enjoying, and it looks gross, but it's really good. This is like a pudding slash mousse. And it's really just the Fage yogurt, the zero fat stuff. And it's like a serving of that. Because again, you still have to watch protein. You don't want to go hard on that protein, and then you're just like, oh well, that turns into sugar in my blood anyway. But a serving of that, which is zero fat, and that's technically 0 points. And I will add a pudding cup or 2 pudding cups like I did tonight, because I'm like, I do need to use up these points. But as you could see, I've eaten maybe a third of it, and I'll just work on it. And then sometimes I'll do a little bit of liquid Splenda, or liquid stevia, which is no points. And then I will add, PB2, which, please, with the focus, please. Would you just focus, phone? Thank you. Because I really like peanut butter, and I miss peanut butter. And we have peanut butter on the truck, but it's like 6 or 7 points for just a little bit of it, and I don't feel like that's worth it. I'm trying to live in the mentality of, I will be losing points soon. So far in 3 weeks, I've already lost 2 points. I've gone down from 39 points per day down to 37 points per day. And I'm not complaining, because there are people that only get like 23. They're smaller. So, you know. But, and also for this week, intermittent fasting. Hey, Shane, what's up? Actually, Maggie does intermittent fasting sometimes, I think. Um, and so, like, I've heard of it, and when so I'm of the school of thought that it's really good to break your fast in the morning. Nice. College homework. What course? I'm of the mindset that it's good to get your metabolism going and break your fast in the morning. And that's what's always worked for me because I get migraines. And if I don't eat and I don't have something in my system, I just don't feel good. I get to the point where I just really feel like crap. And so that's what works for me. And so I have opinions about it because I've had a lot of bad experiences. At one point I did intermittent fasting. Only it wasn't called intermittent fasting. It was called don't fucking eat until like 3 p.m. and then stop eating by like, I think, 9. So, and I don't feel like that was as balanced or as good for me. General psychology, but I'm going for accounting. Nice. It's actually a good field because people will always need accountants because we don't like math in general as a population. And with Common Core, I'm really shook. So, that's a thing. Peterbilt is unhappy about something back there. Anyway, so basically, today I failed to take care of myself for the greater portion of the day. And then once I got to the point where I was starting to feel like sick, I was like, well, damn, like, I fucked up today. And I did my weigh-in, and I felt good about my weigh-in, but also I felt like, okay, be excited, be happy, be grateful that it happened, but don't expect it every week. Because that's another thing that I'll get into a pitfall, is I will lose weight, and then I'll expect or be bummed if that doesn't happen every week. So I'm trying to remind myself, like, no, you're not going to lose 9 pounds a week. Even though you're on testosterone, you're just not going to do that. So, and also, I've still been continuing on with leaving behind 10 points a day because you can still blue dot if you leave like less than 10 points. You still blue dot. So I've blue dotted every day except for 2 out of these past 3 weeks. And one of those days we actually went off plan. And the other day was yesterday. That was weird. I thought I saw something running. The other day was yesterday, where...
When did we go off plan?
For your birthday.
Oh, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. That's what I said. Since I began. Isn't that what I said?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said.
It's really hot back here.
What?
Hot.
You have 7 hours.
I guess y'all aren't going to be able to hear me that well.
Time.
But it's getting hot back there, so we'll just turn it on. I'm not going to ramble on for too much longer because I really don't feel well and this light doesn't feel good on my head. But, focus. Thank you. But yeah, so basically I've been trying to really focus on, blue dotting and doing my shots on time for my testosterone. And, hello. Did you want to say hi? Say hello to my little friend, who's actually big. He's pretty big, actually. Oh, and Marv, not to be overlooked. There's a poke. So... It was a good week. It was a good weigh-in. They won't all be that good, but that doesn't mean that this one isn't still valid, and it doesn't mean that it's... Excuse you. You don't need to push him off the chair. Go on. Go on. I could see Pete was getting ready to edge Marv off his seat. Did you just burp? Did you just burp? you see the Grinch? Can y'all see the Grinch? He is legit Grinching. Oh my God, Paul. That is, oh yes. Oh yes, it's a Pope. He's Grinching, he's pissed. Why are you pissed? Are you mad are you mad, bro? So, and alternatively, besides these meetings, what I've been doing, is I followed, well, Maggie followed for me, but I followed the hashtag, bros of, wait, WW bros? What the fuck is he doing? Really? Sorry, he's just funny to me. But I followed that for daily inspiration. I listen to, on average, about 2 hours of Weight Watcher related podcasts a day. Sometimes not that much, but on average, my head really hurts. And it's my own fault because I just didn't eat. I mean, I had some pretzel sticks, but that doesn't cut it. You know what I mean? And the point is not to be hungry. The point is not to make yourself sick with not eating. So for me, that's really why intermittent fasting doesn't work, because I just get sick. I just get headachy and cranky and just, I don't feel well. So, yeah. It's for me, it's better if I just have a light breakfast so that I'm not, like, sluggish, you know? And then, like, a decent lunch, whatever I'm hungry for. So this week, when I went shopping, I made a plan that I really have been craving barbecue. And I'm like, I can have barbecue. I don't have to have ribs. I can go out and I can get boneless, skinless chicken breast and prepare them and put a little bit of, I got some sugar-free, ma'am, sir, please. Cecil's feeling misgendered. He's like, you misgendering fuck. I got some, I forget the brand, but I got some sugar-free barbecue sauce that I really like. Maggie said it tastes like butt, but you know, but in my opinion, it's delicious. So I'm gonna, cook up all of the chicken breasts and then package them. I can't drink milk now because of intermittent fasting. I went from normal eating to eating like 500 calories a day and 8 to 16 schedule. See, I'm gonna try real hard. I'm gonna try real hard here, Sheen. Whatever works for you.
You have 7 hours and 7 minutes of remaining drive time.
Thank you. Whatever works for you is whatever works for you. But if you're a bigger dude, arguably you would need more calories so that your body doesn't go into starvation mode. And like, you may look at me like, how obviously, you know, what the fuck, you're fat. Like, who are you telling? Fat people typically know how to lose weight. We just psychologically need to get over our hang-ups so that we can actually do it, which is where I am. I'm trying to get over my actual hang-ups so that I can actually lose the weight. I know how to for me. And that may work for you, but like, 500 calories a day is really actually kind of dangerous. So that makes me worry for you. I hope you're okay. But I'm also sure that you're a grown-ass adult. If you're in college, you're old enough to know how to care for yourself, and it's your business. But since you shared it with us here, I would definitely say, like, be careful going that calorie restrictive, because it can impact you mentally and physically. And, you know, that I want you to be okay. So, And I was just kind of talking about that. Like, the point isn't, like, for most weight loss things, the point isn't to, like, starve yourself. The point is to know what you're taking in, and it needs to be a little less than you're burning. So with Weight Watchers, it's interesting because I lost 2 points, and I don't. So I feel like I eat a lot more than I did when I used to, like, binge, because I was just eating junk. Now that I'm eating regular foods and stuff, and, like, healthy, good for me foods, it seems like, you know. Oh, you sent additional messages. I'm supposed to eat around 2K calories. It messed me up. Yeah, that's what I was worried about when you first said that. And then, what else did you say? Yeah, I only did it for 10 days, roughly, to try and join the Air Force. That's hard. Like, I mean, it's interesting to me that, you know, you can shock your body into losing a lot of weight quickly. But arguably, even if you got into the Air Force after having, like, lost that weight quickly, the likelihood of keeping that weight off would be harder, and you still have to maintain, like, a certain BMI, I believe, for the military. At least that's what Fat Dag talks about in his podcast. So I feel like you would still have to, like, maintain that, and it's hard. It's really hard to maintain weight loss. I've lost over 100 pounds. Actually, I think more than once. I think I lost, I can't remember, so let's just call it. I know I lost over 100 pounds once when I did low carb. I wasn't happy with low carb. I don't like low carb. In fact, like, Maggie's doing keto / like, low carb or whatever, and, like, watching her sit there and eat some of the foods that she eats, it triggers me a little bit. Because for me, I would rather have, I lost 18 pounds and I went right back up within 2 weeks. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was worried about that. Not from a judgmental standpoint. Like, more like like, it's actually better, arguably, for you to stay fat than it is for you to yo-yo. Which is all I've ever done to my poor body. All I've ever fucking done is yo-yo diet. And every time I don't know why my nose is doing this. I'm not, like, crying or whatever. But every time I would lose and go off that diet, because that's what it was to me, I would gain back more than what I had lost. And it sucked. It really fucking sucked. And it's like, I don't know, like, so yeah, for me, when I see, like, this week when I saw 9 pounds come off, I was like, oh shit, I don't want to do this so fast. Like, it's a little scary, because I've lost a lot of weight quickly before, and it didn't stick, because my brain had to catch up. It's one of the reasons why, me personally, I don't necessarily think that weight loss surgery is great. One of my friends just got weight loss surgery, and she's doing great. And I'm so happy for her, and so proud of her, and, I don't knock weight loss surgery, but I honestly feel that if you're going to do something to physically restrict yourself from eating a certain amount of food, that you should also be talking to a therapist. That's my caveat for that, because at some point you can actually stretch your stomach to be able to eat just as much as you did before. And so what you're really doing is creating a physical block to a mental issue, in my opinion. An emotional issue, if that's better for you, or whatever. So, that's definitely a thing. But, regardless how you do it, weight loss is good for your health, ultimately, as long as it's, like, a plan that you, like, if you plan to do it permanently, and try and keep it off, which I've never done successfully. I know how to lose the weight. Keeping it off is a different story, because I get to a point with my food addiction where I'm like, oh no, I can have one pizza, it's fine, tomorrow I'm back on plan. And then tomorrow, Monday, I'm back on plan 100% for sure. And then Monday, and but tomorrow, like, no, the Wednesday is this or whatever. It's National Donut Day. Get the fuck out of here. Stop making excuses. Stop telling yourself, I'm talking to me right now, I need to stop telling myself that I can just have one. Like the other day, this week, I was in like a pilot and they had a Dunkin' Donuts. And I fucking love Dunkin' Donuts. And I was like, well, maybe I could go in there and just get a blueberry coffee. Because I used to love their blueberry coffee. And I'm like, and I could even just sweeten it with liquid stevia. Like, that's fine. I could do that. And I was like, if I go in there and I see those fucking donuts, I'm going to get some. And if I get those donuts, I'm not going to just eat one. Like, I could have a manager special or a Boston cream. I think manager special is like 16 points and Boston cream is like 13. And like with the amount of points I'm getting right now, I could do that. But it wouldn't just be one donut because one is too many and 1,000 isn't enough for me with my eating disorder. And I know that about myself, and so I was like, nope. I'm not gonna do that. At some point, I'll have Dunkin' Donuts again in my life, but not this week because it's still too early. It's kind of like when you're first starting to get sober, and they're like, don't have any relationships, and before that, you got to keep a plant alive, and before that, you got to keep a pet alive, and like that's where I am in my journey. I'm still trying to keep that fucking cactus alive. Instead of, like, trying to go straight for a dog, so to speak, with my eating. If that makes any sense. Don't know if it does or not. I really don't feel well. And I did it to myself, and that's the most frustrating part, is I didn't eat earlier today, and now I've eaten and I feel sick.
Me too.
And I'm just like, I made a bad choice. And even though it was a great weigh-in, I still was just not taking care of my body. And now my body's like, why? Why did you do this to me, you piece of shit? Feed me on time, and then feed me a little bit sporadically throughout the day, and I won't try to kill you by your brain hurting. So, yeah, and that kind of ties into the overall theme, and I don't think I had a theme for last week, but the theme for this week is just taking care of yourself. And whatever that is, like, for me, like, and my activity is like next to nothing because I drive for sometimes as much as 11 hours a day. And then I'm like, I might be on duty for 14 hours a day and off duty for 10. There's not a lot of extra time when you're only off duty for 10 hours out of your 24-hour period. So during that period, I will try my best to make sure that I walk those dogs. Because they deserve that. And you know what? So does my body. If I just sit in the seat and drive all day, every day, I'm going to end up with blood clots or something bad's going to happen, and I don't want that to happen. So I've been getting out of the truck and trying to move and walk. And it's lonely going and walking by yourself. It's just not fun for me. So I try to take the boys, and on the days where I can make time, I try to exercise them separately because that's twice the walking for me. Or like I'll throw the ball around with Peter, and I'm moving while I'm doing this. Even if I'm standing there and he's bringing it back to me and I'm throwing it, I'm still like shuffling around, continuing to try and move. It's very little exercise, but it's something. And anything is better, presumably, than nothing. So that's what we're aiming for, is something. That is something that I need to apply to all parts of my life. Do shippers allow it, or are they pretty strict on animals? You know what? I actually have to plan ahead for most of the shippers, because a lot of shippers don't want you having animals on their property, or there are some shippers that are really nice about it. Walmarts are typically not really cool about it. And there are some shippers where they're like, you can't have any dogs outside of your cab, which I've been told is not actually lawful. But most of the time I'm not staying at a shipper or a receiver. especially with the most recent HOA 8 hours of service HOS update, where you can use personal conveyance to get to a safe haven parking if you can't park at your shipper or receiver. So I'm oftentimes like planning and getting to a parking place where I know that I can take care of the boys, because they are family. They're my kids. So I wouldn't sit there and let a toddler not use the bathroom. So just like that, I make sure that they use the bathroom. Or I try as best I can to plan ahead. So minimal exercise, but as I lose, I know that from past experience, I start getting more energy, and then that has to have a place to go. Otherwise, I just start getting antsy. So as I start losing more, I'm going to try and incorporate different things in, and add some activities so that I'm a little bit more tired and drained. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to talk about. I really haven't been great about drinking water. But I have definitely been drinking my diet soda, because that's like, I'm not giving that up yet. At some point I might choose to if my weight loss tapers off and it's a problem, but for right now it's not a problem. I just need to increase my water intake as well. And just remember to be eating throughout the day, so I'm not point laden at the end of the night and then just binging, because that's not, again, I can lose weight that way. I can save most of my points for the end of the night and have a full-on binge at the end of the night, and I've done it and still lost weight. But am I doing the work up here? No, I'm just working the plan, and it's not much better than weight loss surgery in my opinion, because I'm not doing the mental work to like do the thing I need to do. Do you have anything you can add to water to make it taste better? Because that's my biggest... Why does it go away so quickly? Biggest problem with water. You know, I was at one point buying like a lot of Mio, M-I-O, and adding that to the water. And like at one point, I really feel like I came close to overdosing on caffeine because I felt sick. So now, like, I don't mind drinking water. I just like the full feeling that I get from soda, from the carbonation. But most carbonated waters have, like, aspartame and shit. So I don't drink those because I get migraines from aspartame. So I stick to Splenda or Stevia because I don't get migraines from those. So, I get, like, yeah, I like Mio, but I tend to go a little crazy with it. So I kind of backed off because I scared myself one day. I literally had like 10 bottles of water in one day, which made me feel so sick. Again, I have a really freaking hard time with balance. And it doesn't make sense, but at the same time it does. If you have a mental issue and you're binging, you're gonna change that into everything. Like when I play video games, I was thinking about when we go into the motel room, taking my Xbox and playing some video games, and I'm like, no, because I'll sit on the fucking Xbox for like 12 hours. I know myself. And
Yeah, but we can play our game.
it's a thing that I really hate about myself, but it's a good thing to be aware of and to try and kind of work on it. But I really fucking hate how I can't do anything in moderation. I really hate how everything has to be difficult because I can't just have one. Or I can't just play a few games. Or I can't, like, everything's gotta be excessive. And I really want to continue working on that because I feel like I can grow and I can make improvements to that so that I can just, you know, whatever. And I think one of the reasons that, like, the sugar-free stuff, I don't go crazy on it, is because it literally makes me sick. And I hate those stomach cramps that you get from, like, the maltol or, like, the, whatever the hell it's called, xylitol, and, like, so, like, I'm specifically careful to not go crazy with those. because it literally makes me ill. And you'd think that'd transfer to, like, binging, but it doesn't, for whatever reason. So, when I drink water, I try and just keep it simple. Did we reconnect? We did? Okay, we're reconnected. And it's not even a problem, because, like, I'll just drink the water. It's just, lately I've been like, oh, well, soda tastes better, so I'm just gonna drink my soda, and I'm still losing weight, so who the fuck cares? But you know what, Shane? You are 100% right. And just for you, because you said that, I'm going to drink this bottle of water before I go to sleep. And it's not enough. It's not enough, but you know what? If I'm going to sit up here and talk shit about intermittent fasting and say, oh, I really don't think that's healthy for you, I need to listen, because you're absolutely right. Drinking only soda and iced coffee is really not healthy for me. So, cheers to you, my friend. See, to me, water is not a punishment. It's just, I would rather have something that tastes yummy, but the Mio scared me. Because literally, it's like liquid and it's like concentrated. So like I was adding way too much because it was real sweet, and I made it taste like Kool-Aid, but then I got kind of sick because of the caffeine. And I think I'm sensitive to caffeine in a sense.
Oh my god, remember that time you bought, you know that cold brew bottle that we have? I didn't know it was concentrated, and so I just drank it straight. Oh my god. That was bad. Okay, bye.
You drank, come back here. You drank concentrated coffee straight?
I didn't know it was concentrated.
How was that not like a punch in the face?
It was when you told me when you woke up that it was concentrated. I was like, oh, it makes sense now.
That's so fucking gross.
I didn't just drink. There was stuff in it.
Oh, that's terrible. Even Peter's disgusted. Look at his face. He's like, no ma'am.
I don't feel good. I'm tired. I don't know why I didn't do anything today.
I legit feel sick. And I've eaten. I know for a fact I'm not gonna finish the rest of that pudding. And I'm probably not gonna eat anything else for the rest of today because it's late. What time is it, Mags?
I don't think it's even that late. I don't know. Maybe 9?
I don't feel good. My points end at midnight, and that's when I cut them off. I'm like, you're done. You're cut off. Pitch Perfect reference.
Yeah, it's 8:52.
So I have 22 points left, and I usually, again, leave behind 10, and I blue dot. I'm not gonna eat 12 more points worth of food when I feel sick and my stomach is, I always have a gut. But I literally have a gut and a food baby. It's like 9 months worth of food in here for the baby, so the baby wants no more food right now. You know what? If you can't talk about it, can you change it? I don't know. And also, Shane, interesting thing that I just was thinking about, and I'm literally drinking this water so you know, like, I'm willing to listen just as much as I'm willing to talk, because every person that you meet, I believe you can learn something and take something from them, even if they're, like, completely opposite from you and it doesn't seem like you could learn anything from them. You can always take something from them. So this is your contribution to my journey, and I appreciate it. Because it's true. I need to be drinking water. I absolutely need to be drinking water, and why am I not doing that? There's not really any reason. I'm not going to give up my soda, because I really love my soda. And it's diet, but, whatever. But I can add water. And, actually, what I will commit to, let's see, this is 2 servings of water, so I need to drink 4 of these a day, and that would be 8 glasses of water. Maggie was on this kick where she was drinking, like, so much water, I was getting, like, sick just thinking about it.
I drink 6 bottles a day.
That's too much for me. I would get sick to my stomach drinking that much water throughout the day, but that's just me. I will commit to, by the next week, I will every day drink 4 of these. Every day, and that's my commitment. And I bet you it'll probably help with, like, not only weight loss, but just how I feel in general. So that's my commitment. And I thank you for contributing to my journey. So yeah, what the fuck was I saying? I need to just go to bed, because, but yeah, I don't know. It may help with headaches. Yeah. One of my friends is a nurse, and well, he's not really my friend anymore, but he used to be, and he works in the ER. And the first thing that people will literally go to the ER, and in the past he's offered them a glass of water, not ice water, but just regular water, and as soon as they come in and they're like, "Oh, I have a headache," he's like, "Here's some water, drink this," and it has helped them in the past, and that's absolutely a thing that I know to be totally true. So yeah. And also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think caffeine can dehydrate you. I'm not positive, but I know that that coffee is a diuretic, which diuretic actually, I mean, yes, we all think, oh, coffee makes you poop, but diuretics actually make you pee. They can dehydrate you, kind of. Unless I'm getting that wrong, but I think I remember that. I don't know.
No, diuretic makes me.
Yeah, I remember because we had to Google that, but I can't remember if I can't remember if it's a fact that coffee can dehydrate you.
I think it can.
Benadryl helps loosen the back of your migraines, and that's what she does. Interesting. If I ever have a migraine and I'm beginning a 10-hour break, I will try the Benadryl thing, because I haven't tried that before. But I can't take it if, like, because we're very controlled on what we can and can't take. Because you're not allowed to take anything. Like, I'm not allowed to have NyQuil on the truck, legally. Like, if the cops did a DOT inspection and they decided to flip my bunk and, like, inspect and, like, look for everything, they would literally, like, I would get in trouble if I had Benadryl. You're not allowed to have sleep medications, or at least most of them. But Benadryl is technically an allergy medication. So, and I have taken it before, and it knocks me out for, like, my 8-9 hours sleep, but I just noticed you said sometimes it can knock you out for, like, 12 hours. It usually doesn't do that to me, but, it definitely is something to be aware of, so I appreciate that. Once in a while, when Maggie's feeling anxious, we will give her Benadryl. Ideally, like, I typically use the Benadryl that we keep on the truck for the dogs, because they had an incident where they got stung by fire ants. And if your dog gets into fire ants and doesn't get too badly stung, if they really get badly stung, the venom can kill them. So they may need to see a vet. But if it's just one or two stings or what have you, you can actually give them Benadryl. I think you'd have to Google the dosage, because I have to every single time, and I don't want to say the wrong thing on here, and then you do the wrong thing, and God forbid your pet gets hurt. But we have given them Benadryl in the past, because a lot of times you'll come across fire ants, and they will sting your doggos, and it's awful. I hate fire ants. Ugh. I've been stung by a fire ant, and it hurts. Yeah. And dogs don't understand. Oh, hey, I think this thing might sting me. Especially Marv. Anyway, so I planned on only talking for like 20 minutes, but here we are, we're almost an hour in. And, so, basically, the theme, for this whole vlog was self-care and caring and being good to yourself enough to... Marvin! Go snuggle down, fool. And caring enough about yourself to do what's right for your body, and to do what's right, and to... And I feel like today I took a little bit of a step back, but talking about it in many instances will make me more accountable. Because Yes. Like, having these meetings is very much serving me and hopefully helping somebody else too. But even if it doesn't help anyone else, it helps me to make them. Because it was a lot easier because of you guys. It was a lot easier to walk away from Dunkin' Donuts. Excuse me. I have the hiccups. It's happened 3 times in one video. And, every day when I go to drink my water, I'll be thinking of you, Shane, because I know that I made that promise. And it's like an accountability thing. And I also post over on Instagram under Josh Michael G. That's my Instagram handle if anybody wants to follow me or interact with me there. I actually post the top, and it's only been 3 weeks, so it's the majority of, or it's the entirety of my weight loss journey so far. But in the iTrack Bites app, you can see like where you are and the previous weeks listed below. And I take a screenshot of that and I post it. What's up, John? How you doing? I do that with my dog too. He has bad separation anxiety, so if he can't see everyone, like when we are tent camping, he can hear everyone. It chills him out. Yep, Benadryl is really good for the doggos, in my opinion. So I also post over on Instagram my kind of accountability post when I weigh in on Sunday. Yeah, Josh Michael G, that's it. We also have Gatlin X4, Gatlin times 4, but that's not where I post, because for a while I was using Gatlin times 4, Gatlin X4, and that was just like, I was posting everything there. And then Maggie was like, that's not meh. And so I started using Josh Michael G again, as my own. Confused all this YouTube drama, but I'm promising not to bring it up. I don't know all of the drama. I don't know anything about that, John.
You watch Truckers.
I watch Ellie.
We don't watch anyone else.
I watch Pink Baby Doll. She had drama. Her truck broke down, and she needs, like, support, and so she was asking for help. Which I feel bad for her, but I didn't send her money, because charity begins at home, and we're trying to get that free. That's Maggie commenting below if y'all see it. But, yeah, so, what the fuck was I saying? Ooh. John, you missed it. I made myself sick because I didn't eat today. I mean, I ate, but very late. Like, I just ate a couple of hours ago. And it's like almost 8 o'clock at night, or almost 9 o'clock at night. I ate at like 6, actually, I think. And I was up like real early. So, not smart. I do not recommend. But yeah, so I post over on Instagram and then I share that to my Facebook so that all of my friends and family see what's going on. And ideally what that causes is when I go visit them for home time, they're not going to be like, hey, let's go fat out at McDonald's or whatever. I mean, I can eat at McDonald's and I can translate the points and shit. In fact, that's one of the things I like about Weight Watchers is I can pretty much eat anywhere as long as I'm mindful of where, like, you know, what some lower point items are. I can eat anywhere. But sharing it with my friends and family gives a lot of support. They're very, very loving and supporting. And sharing it on Instagram, I feel like with the hashtags, you can kind of see and interact with people that you wouldn't have interacted with or seen otherwise. So for this week, food-wise, I got boneless, skinless chicken breasts, which I'm going to cook up, and then just have a little bit of the sugar-free barbecue sauce on top of them. I got my fat-free Fage. What? Faye?
Yes.
Faye yogurt. And just plain, and it's just fat-free. So that's good. I foster for the SPCA. I have 3 kittens for 3 weeks, 3 times the kisses. Aw, baby kittens are so much fun. When they're all like, I did fostering with a couple of different rescues for years, mostly dogs. And we had some puppy litters that were so cute. The puppy breath is real. The puppy breath. Oh. Anyway, that's awesome, John. When I grew up, I had more cats than dogs. I had about 14 cats. My grandmother was a crazy cat lady, but we had a 4-dog pack as well, and I loved every minute of it as far as interacting and loving my animals. So that's awesome. So yeah, for lunches and or dinners. What? You don't like puppy breath? I'm shook. Who doesn't like puppy breath?
You have to love the puppy to love the breath.
I don't think so. I'm not talking about dog breath. That's different from puppy breath. Puppy breath is amazing. Some of these older dogs be having stank breath, and it's gross. So yeah. So lunches or dinners, as it will. I'll mix it up when I have the chicken with the barbecue sauce, and then I got soups, which are all like. And what I do is when I go to have my first soup and I go to scan it, I get out my Sharpie, and I write the point for the entire can. And usually it's somewhere between 5, 6, or 7 points for an entire can. Most of them are Progresso soups, but I also got some of the fancy, like, Campbell's, which is like a plastic thing, and it's the broccoli cheddar bisque. And those, I think, are like 8, maybe 9 points. But that's not that bad, considering that carries me for half a day, easily. And I already have vegetables to add to them. We got more bread. We already had enough cream cheese to go around. Maggie got a bunch of cold brews for the coffee. And
Tell them about how I bought out Walmart.
she bought out Walmart of the cold brews. It was a lot. I think she got like 14 of them. I was shook. I was like, we are on a truck? They are all gonna rattle and shake together, so I wrapped some of them in plastic and told her to take the ones that aren't wrapped. We restarted again. We're good. I'm ending this soon because I really need to go lay down. I don't feel well. What else? I got pretzel sticks because I like them. I got Quest bars. I like to get a different flavor each week, and I started out with 2 flavors so that I would have variation. And then every week when I get a different flavor, it just means I have a wider variety to go to. Because sometimes you don't want double chocolate chunk brownie. Oh, cool. It stopped on my end. So cute. All 3 are sleeping next to me. That's awesome. And then I had string cheese already. I had turkey, the fat-free, or 97, no, fat-free turkey breast, to make sandwiches, and the bread. And so that's basically, and I got egg beaters, so that for like 4 days, if I wanted, I could have eggs with a little bit of reduced sugar ketchup, which I really like. And then I add mushrooms, because I like mushrooms with my eggs. It's delicious. So, and that's pretty much it, guys. Did Marv just yelp? Anyway, that's pretty much it. So it was a good week. We lost weight, but we didn't do today in a very...
I don't know if I lost weight yet.
We as in me. We lost weight, meaning me. Maggie doesn't know yet, because I think her weigh-in's tomorrow. But basically, we lost weight, but today was not very healthy. Or very well conducted, in my opinion, if I'm being honest. And for the next week, I'm going to make sure I'm drinking 4 of these a day. And if I'm not, I'm going to be honest about it, because in the iTrack Bites app, you can track your water. And they have as many as 6 slots for 6, I think, 6? I don't know how many they have, but I can literally plug in water, so I will track that and make sure that I'm doing what I need to be doing. But I don't feel a difference. 14.1 pounds down. Maggie keeps saying, "Oh, your stomach looks smaller," but I don't feel it. John says, "Dude, dieting. I suppose. Eat healthy, think healthy, be healthy. If your size creates a physical problem, that's another thing. Otherwise, be happy." That's the thing. For me, at almost 300 pounds, it creates a problem. I just feel sick, and I feel like when I lay in the sleeper berth, I can't breathe, and I feel like crap. And so that's really what motivated it. It's not vanity. Although I talk about I don't see a difference yet. I guess I should use better words and say I don't really feel a difference yet. I still feel like a fat fuck, basically. And I want to change that because I want to be able to run around with my puppy. You know, I want to be able to, like, climb in and out of the trailer without feeling like I might fall and die. Not actually die, but you know what I mean. Like, I want to feel better. And I think I can. And I don't actually hate Weight Watchers. I get what I need from the puddings, the Quest bars, my pretzels. Like, I'm eating all fucking day. It's great. In fact, it's sometimes a challenge. That's true, John. Driving is a hard lifestyle for keeping your waist size down. That's absolutely true. It's tough. But I'm trying not to let it be too much of an excuse because I know I can do it. We've got a fridge. We've got a microwave. I've got a toaster for my toast. I can do this. So, you know, that's kind of... It's not the only thing that matters, but it does matter to me. And yeah, at some point, I'm going to want top surgery. And they won't do top surgery if you're morbidly obese.
Do you follow Anthony, babe?
What?
Do you follow Anthony on Insta?
Pretty sure. So yeah. So that's been my week. I hope that you guys are well. I'm gonna go lay down because I feel like crap because I didn't eat. And then when I did eat, it was too much and I really feel sick. But I want to thank you for spending a part of your day with me and being a part of my journey in general. It's amazing to have you guys along and to be able to interact with you. So I appreciate it. And I hope that, and it doesn't matter if you're, like John, you were saying, just be happy. I absolutely agree with that 100%. That's why these are not the only, that's why I didn't make a new channel for these videos. Because in my opinion, I like a channel with a variety of shit on it. And I like having these be a part of just the entire experience. Trucking, dogs, family, whatever. So, yeah, I'm gonna go lay down. I hope that you guys have a fantastic night, and I want to thank you for being a part of everything. Mags!
What?
John said night.
Night.
She said good night. And, I'm gonna try and make a video tomorrow, but it's gonna be a quick, just vloggy one. It's not gonna be like a meeting like this one. So, yeah. I'm gonna end this like I end all of the videos. Much love. Peep out. Be safe out there, John. And Shane, do your homework. Just kidding, you're already doing it, but enjoy the rest of your homework. Talk to you guys later.
Don't end it yet.
Why?
Did you say there was an interview with Ali from like a month ago?
No.
Yeah, that's so weird. She's not really relevant at the moment.
Okay, this is not that.
Well, I wanted to tell John because I know he'd think it'd be interesting.
John, apparently there's an interview with Allie that Maggie thinks you should go watch. I don't know.
I can drop the link for you.
Hurry up! I want to end it and go to bed.
Wait, hold on. Talk to him for a second.
She's gonna drop the link for you, John, so if you can real quick, grab that. I have 1 second to add to this PowerPoint and I'm done for the night. Yes! Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's awesome. John, did you grab the... Did you get it? Did you get it? Because if you got it, then I'm gonna end it because, yes. But I want to make sure you got it so you don't have to scroll through an hour and 5 minutes of stuff.
Thank you for subscribing, Shane.
Oh, Shane, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. You are now a peep. We are all peeps here. The peeps. Even Peter. Peterbilt. Oh, shit, I gotta take the dogs out. When did the dogs go last? You know what time it was? Did John get the thing? I already thought I was subbed. Yeah, on YouTube, the subscriptions don't seem to mean what they once used to for, like, algorithms and shit, but they mean a lot to us. I don't typically care so much about number of subscribers. I care about the quality, and I like interacting with you guys, so it makes me really happy to see, like, people return.
11.
11?
Yeah.
11 what?
AM.
Oh, when they went, oh god, I gotta take them. Help. I found you through the Jim Palmer classes and the studying for the CDL videos. Oh yeah. I made videos to, like, literally study for the CDL. It was so helpful. Being a part of Jim Palmer has been one of the... You gonna jump up? Go ahead. Get it. There you go. Good boy. There's a fat pug. He's not interested in losing weight at all. He's just living life. He's part of the booty revolution. As he should be. He's fabulous. Marv, you look good.
Oh my god, all her people... Oh, John already watched this because he commented on it.
Oh.
But everyone's saying, like, you haven't driven a truck in months. Why are you on a panel for experts? Which is true.
I don't agree with that. I don't believe that the knowledge falls off. This is not about that. This is the weekly meeting. So I'm going to end this video, and if we talk about the alley thing, we'll talk about it tomorrow. I think that's all pugs. My parents have one that snores like crazy. He snores, but it's comforting to me. I really like it. And as for the alley thing, in my opinion, Josh's opinion, I love Allie and I support everything she does, and I wish her nothing but the best, and I do consider her an expert. So, that's my opinion.
She's a normal person.
I didn't say she wasn't, but I do think she's an expert in trucking. 100%. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now, peeps. The pug's tongue sticks out. Maggie's dad's dog, Muggsy, has, like, his tongue is, like, perpetually? That's not the right word. Is it perpetually stuck out? Like, tongue out Thursdays, but every day. So, yeah. Alright. Good job on getting your PowerPoint done. We did our meeting. I'm going to bed. I guess I'm taking the dogs and then I'm going to bed. Much love. Peep out. Night, Shane.